going to show you a picture of all of this before it was like this. They came out of the schools, grammar school, junior high school, colleges and universities. They walked out and they worked the land and they created the park. Columns. And so I've been doing abstract paintings. I've been doing a lot of studies, a lot of drawings. So that's what this is. Mural art movement in San Diego, Califas. At the top on the corner you see the cross that the Pachucos used to put on their hands. Then at the bottom you see the cross that resembles the brown berets. Alright, now we're looking at the area of study. This is the study area. Now, the bridge goes across the Coronado and it goes down into the water, and I've included that as part of the design. Also, the freeway goes by there. This used to be Logan Heights. You can see Balboa Park is the last of the open space. And we didn't have any open space, so when we created the park, that was our open space. You see the bridge down here below. Up in the left-hand corner, you see this little section. That's one of the first irons that were put in the water. And this painting I did on the waterfront. Then they started making the bridge come closer. So these are the two irons. You can see the cranes. And I painted this from one of my painting studios that I had on Logan Avenue. They came and they destroyed our homes and they tore up the land to make the bridge and to make the park. Or not the park, but to make the mercado. And this is how it looked when they came in and they destroyed everything. So there you see way in the background is Mexico. You see the Navy, and then you see the bridge columns going across. Now you see across the freeway is all of the residents. We wanted to include those residents in our plan, but the Southeast Planning Association refused us, so we were isolated from them. This is the first little space that we had green grass on. The community started calling it El Frijol because it had the shape of a little bean, and then you saw the sprout coming out. This is the building that we're going to turn into a museum. We want that to become a museum now. So we're working towards that ideal of creating a museum. What we want to do with that museum is very, very important. First, we want to also in the museum include all of the artists that have worked there and people that have created the park. We want that included in there. Then my dream is to see this 4 stories high. 4 stories high, so it's the same height as this catwalk, like I told you. The bridge manager allowed us to do that, so Abraham Quevedo and I went under the catwalk and we took pictures so that we could know how the bridge structure was going to be challenging us. They're still building the bridge. These are the workers of that time period. All that my mother cleaned fish. This was the tuna capital of the United States. And these are the tuna buckets. This was my father who worked there, who now passed away. His name was Salvador Torres as well, and he worked in the warehouse. This is talking about how we're going to do this, and this is what we have now. And so the city picked up on it, and they started thinking about how we can expand